Hey, beautiful friends. Thank you for joining me in this little now moment. I just want to there was like this beautiful little bit of light that I was capturing. Anyway, so this is just a little bit of another forest vlog, I think, as it's been quite a few weeks since I made a video. Ooh, it made me jump. I think that was a wasp or something. And oh my gosh, so I was so in the flow of making videos, and so much information was coming through, and I was just like in this really beautiful place. And then I had to just stop doing all the videos and stuff because I was living in my friend's house, and she had sold her house, and just before lockdown happened, no, so she had sold her house. She was going to come back just before lockdown, and she was in Australia, and she got stuck out there, and she needed somebody to pack her house up for her. So I was there, and it took everything I had basically to pack her house up and deal with all of that. It was a mammoth task. And then I moved as well, and so I moved about a week ago, and I've landed in the most beautiful place. I think the last video, I think I was talking about it, and I was super excited. And so, yeah, here I am in my new landscape. Well, it's not a new landscape. The spot that I'm sitting on this amazing rock right now. And it's been calling to me. I just discovered that I could walk here from the house, and it's a place that I used to come to. And this little spot up here, oh my gosh, I came into it, and I was walking along. I picked up this bit of lichen. No, not this one. Oh, where did it go? Here it is behind me. I'd picked up this bit of lichen, and I was walking with it, and then I got up to this spot. I mean, this spot up here is really magical. The rock formations have really, I haven't been up here for quite a few years, and yeah, there's all these rock formations, and the elemental energy here, like I feel the gnomes, and I feel like I'm feeling energies here that I'm just, that I don't understand yet, I think is the best way of saying it. So I got to one point which is kind of like in the center up here of a little group of trees. I think there may be a yew tree and some birch trees, and I've always felt like that's a very magical little spot. And I just stood outside of it, and I had this, and I just started speaking light language. So for anybody who doesn't know what light language is, because somebody asked me about the last video, and I said that it was a light transmission. And yeah, so light language, the way I understand it, how do I understand light language? It's like a universal language that goes beyond our languages. It's a universal transmission of information. I don't really know. I mean, I've been kind of like, I get these moments where I speak it every now and again. Like I used to find that I'd be in the bath and I'd start speaking light language, or I've never had it quite so like involuntary before. Like it just started coming through, and like I was doing it quite quietly, but there's a lot of people around today. It's bank holiday, and yeah, I just started speaking it, and I couldn't pass through this little grove until I'd completed whatever wanted to come through. And then I went through, and I started coming round, and then I got to this one point, and like all these other sounds started coming out of me, like, and gosh, it's like a part of myself that I'm not fully conscious of communicating with my environment, with the elemental realms with the trees and the plants. It felt really beautiful. And gosh, sometimes these experiences are so hard to articulate in a way that can be understood. It's like my experience in the moment is one thing, and then to try and verbalize it is really something else. Oh my God, this guy is so cute. It's just like a whole little being there. Well, it is a whole little being. Yeah, so going back to kind of where I was having some amazing experiences, and I really wanted to make some videos. And like, I went into one forest and I wanted you guys to come with me. I wanted to go back the next day. I found this amazing like pathway, and all the bluebells were still out. And I got into this little forest that somebody told me about. It's a really small area, but it felt so untouched. And I'm just remembering seeing these little ferrets or something, and they were like poking their heads up out of the ground and like no at me. It's really funny. I sat down at one point and I started tuning into. I wanted to know what the spirit of that space felt like. And a fawn appeared. I have met with Pan before, but this was something other, masculine, like animal, like kind of like humanoid top, and then like an animal legs. So I really wanted to go back and take you guys there and have an experience, but I just had to. I didn't have the capacity, the time, the space, the energy to make any videos. That's such a shame, because there was so much stuff coming through, and I felt some really powerful information around connecting into nature right now. And yeah, I'm not in the right space to talk about that, but what I'm hoping is that just by making a video now and just having a little share, and that it will just get my momentum going again, because I've noticed that if I stop, then it takes some courage, and it takes something to come back into this space and start sharing again. And I've just been itching to do this. Like, I had to take a week to move stuff and drop into my new home, but it's so beautiful, and yeah, I think I'm going to be really happy living around here. I don't know how long I get to be here for, but yeah, it feels really beautiful. And this spot, I feel this is like this is going to be a power spot for me, because it already is. I've already been, not for a few years, but I've spent quite a bit of time here, and I've been called to this place several times. And there's a lot of rock people here, and yeah, rock energy, elven energy. I was just spending a bit of time with some ferns, like just ancient earth wisdom. So yeah, I'm sure this will not be the only video I do from this spot. It's quite magical. Yeah, to get a little bit of the light in. That's not really happening. Oh yes, I'm feeling such a big shift in my life right now, and I'm really excited to start landing, to really ground here and start making more videos and sharing again. So this is just my introduction from this new landscape, from this new configuration in my life. And yeah, I really look forward to sharing more with you. So sending you all so much love, and yeah, looking forward to interacting with you all again. Okay, so I know I said goodbye, but I've just been sitting here for a little while, and I'm going to come back to this guy. And as I'm sitting here, I just ate an apple, and I just like, this is not very interesting really. Like, I like to make little offerings and stuff, but this is really, like, it's just a bit of an apple and some bits of leaves. And like, I used to make really nice, beautiful ones, but I haven't done that for a while, but I'm going to do that again soon. Anyway, what did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about the way that nature and the woodlands speak to me. And I was going to say speak to us or speak, but actually all I can do is share what my experience is, because it's not necessarily going to be everybody's experience, but it might be yours. So, and it might help. I realised I got apple in my teeth, and I watched back my video and I had chocolate around my mouth. Oh my god, I was making chocolate earlier today. Okay, so back to this. So I was walking. I was walking along earlier, along a track, and this really called to me, and I had to pick it up. It wanted me to pick it up. I love the idea. I'd love to learn how to make something with this, some kind of medicine or something. I'd like to go and learn about it a little bit more. So when I got to here, to this rock where I wanted to sit, this piece was sitting in the middle of it with a couple of other pieces that I placed over there. Now, I mean, yes, you're going to find the same stuff everywhere throughout the forest, but as I was sitting here, like when I got here, the fact that it was sitting right in the middle of where I wanted to sit, the experience I had inside of me was a knowing that the forest was communicating with me and saying, yes, this is the place for you to sit. And oh, it's really interesting. Like, I'm just like, as I share this, I'm just like, oh, this sounds silly, or like, actually, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to share it. This is my experience. This is my experience. This is the way the forest communicates with me, or nature communicates with me. It's very subtle, but the more you drop into it, the more you will develop your own relationship and your own language with the forest. You know, it's a bit like that light language. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. I didn't know what I was communicating, other than kind of, it was like a greeting and an announcing of myself and a merging somehow with the woodland and with this space and with those trees, and honouring of the energies that live here and that I've come here to, out of love. So I hope this makes sense. Like, I mean, I felt like I had to come here and say this in this moment. So let me just feel into like why I'm saying this. And it's like an invitation in this moment to for you to deepen your connection with the forest, or whatever the landscape is that you walk on, and just to notice, excuse me, there's some very big ants where I'm sitting, to notice the little things that call your attention. Is there an invitation to pick it up, to journey with it, to walk with it? Do you then see it again somewhere else in the woodland? Like, is that talking to you? Has it got a message for you? What's coming through for me today with the ferns that I was with, and this as well, it's like, this is really ancient. Or I wanted to say technology. This is ancient plants, ancient information, ancient original matter that was seeded here a very long time ago. And there's something for me at the moment around like the original, this comes in with the elven energy, the original blueprint of creation in its purest form. I don't really know what I'm saying. I do, but yeah. So yeah, this is just really an invitation to watch, and to watch the way maybe the woodlands talk to you. You know, sometimes it's through feathers, sometimes it's through twigs, you know, like making shapes of runes, or it's meant there are many different ways, many different ways that that nature is talking to us all the time. And you know, I really felt it when I sat down and I saw more of this sitting on the rock here. It didn't have to be on the rock, and yes, it's quite likely to be on the rock in a way. I'm only saying that because I listened to somebody talking a little while ago about somebody's experience with rabbits, and she was like, well, yes, they may be your power animal, but you get a lot of rabbits around here. But I think sometimes you just know, you know when something is talking to you. And I knew when I came to this rock, this was the place for me to sit, because I was greeted with more of this. And I knew it, you know, I just knew it in my being. So, yeah, I think that's my share complete. And this little guy so wants to be here. You know, like those other videos where the tree, I couldn't make the video until the tree was like in the shot. It was like that tree wanted to be here. And that tree was giving me lots of messages about going beyond words and information and dropping into feeling and frequency. I'm going to leave this here, so I'm sending you love again. And yeah, let nature speak to you. Learn to discover what your own dialogue is with nature.